everyone? Welcome back to 900 Bowling Pro Shot Reviews. It's been a while since our last review. Thank you for being patient. We finally got some new releases here. Radicals Rattler NU. Very excited about this piece. Couple reasons. Really like the original Rattler. Really like what I got here. Hammer NU. So let's see what a fusion of the two of them will do. For me, the Rattler, very benchmark, solid ball. Good use for house shots for sure. And the NU, I can play straighter when I need to on the house shots, and on really burnt houses, I can actually get it a little left and it actually still recovers a little bit better than my actual urethane. So good use for both of them. I'm super excited to see what this ball will do. Let's throw some shots on where I normally start and see what it does. Okay, first ball, very slow off the spot, of course, so definitely what I was expecting. Keeping the line straighter and tighter is probably the key with this ball. I want to make a couple of moves. Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw it more right. I'm going to get it into the friction a little earlier, try to get the ball started a little sooner, see if it actually recovers, because the one thing I would be concerned about a ball like this is not having enough recovery when you get it to hook too early. So let's see what it does when I feed it a little more right. Okay, so fed it a little bit more right, got it up to like roughly around 3. The first shot I'll probably say is closer to like 5 to 7, somewhere around there. So does exactly what I would say a urethane miss would look like. Get it a little bit more right, starts up a little earlier. Still doesn't try to come back too hard off the spot to give you a little bit of that over-under. So the fact that it carried, I'm gonna throw a couple more and see what happens playing the bigger angles. Because when traditionally you play urethanes or anything that is that smooth and that early, you do lack a little bit of entry angle coming in to the pocket. So if it carries, you know, playing the bigger, steeper angles, I think we're onto something. That's exactly what I was waiting for. All right, so immediately I throw one wider. Angle's not that great. I'm gonna throw one more just to test the limits and then go back to the straighter, tighter line. Back-to-back flat 10s. All right, so I'm gonna say that's probably not the way the ball's designed to be used. I'm gonna go a little bit straighter and more square to through my target and to my break point. Expecting to go roughly around 13 up to like 7, 8. Keep the ball more in front of me. I think it'll be a much better entry angle going to the pocket. Okay, so squared up a little bit. After a couple of shots, I think the ball started getting a little bit of oil on it, get some lane shine on it, so it's going a little longer. Left the flat 10 in there, even though playing the more squared line. What I ended up doing was adding a little bit of rotation. In between there, you'll see I left a ringing 10 instead of a flat 10. And then off of that adjustment, I kind of just amped my speed a little bit down to get the ball rolling, you know, a foot or two earlier. So then proceeding to striking again. So playing with this ball, I think the benefits are the angles are very straight and controlled. What I will say is for the guys that really want to stay right or lefties that want to stay left on a house shot, it allows you to kind of do that because it doesn't play around with your angles too much. one of the houses that we bowl in here locally, not a Kennedy bowl, but one locally, it's got a lot more friction in the backside of the lanes. I think it's something like that I would use there just to kind of manipulate the entry angles and kind of slow everything down. So now I'm gonna throw a couple shots with the original blue NU from Hammer. And then I actually have my black hammer here, 78D. So I'm gonna throw a couple of shots just to see where they all compare and sit, okay? So that was the NU original. Personally, I just obviously have a lot more confidence knowing what that ball does, so because I've bowled with it a lot longer. That ball tries to read the mid lane a lot sooner to me, and that's why it's got that lane shine on it for myself. So I know it's gonna get through the break or get through the fronts, and then once it reads up, it's that same entry angle. So I may get my Rattler NU to shine up a little bit to get me that kind of similar shape, but that's where I'm with the NU. I'm gonna throw another one. I'm actually gonna move left with this one to show what happens when this one tries to play a little bit more angle like I tried to with the NU Rattler to start. And practically the same thing. So these balls, not really good for the speed dominant guys to kind of try to play a big banana shape or a hockey stick. These are more for the straighter angles, keeping it in front of you. I'm gonna throw a good one, and then we're gonna go throw a couple shots with a 78D. All right, so I'm gonna throw a couple of the 78D now, but you can see, generally I play a lot straighter angles with all my NU and urethane pieces. That's what they're made for. All right, see what this does. Same spot, same speed, same rotation to start, just to test the waters. Okay, so given I play a straighter line, that ball to me immediately, early, just like every urethane. So looks like it hits the pins a little harder, but I assume when I feed it right, it's gonna actually burn up even quicker. It's not supposed to at least shape that hard off the spot. So that shot looked really good on the same line as the NUs, and I'm gonna throw one out to 3 again, see what happens. Yeah, so not even a head pin. That's just typical urethane shape. You're not supposed to really feed it like that. You got to really slow roll it if you do. So I think, in my opinion, everyone's going to always ask me these NU balls. Is it actually urethane? Does it do? Obviously, the name, it's not urethane. So it's not going to be the exact same as urethane. What I tell people is it does emulate a urethane-like shape. It likes to pick up sooner and mellow out the back. However, it is still more off the back than a urethane actually traditionally will be. So for the people that, a lot of people don't want to affect the lanes with urethane, like also what a lot of people talk about is push and carry down, burning the fronts. These NU pieces, your league teammates will probably appreciate you a little bit more throwing that than your actual urethanes. Black, purple, doesn't matter. So that's where I think it sits. It's that urethane-like shape on the low end side of the spectrum so that you can kind of keep your angles tight and more square, more in front of you, and not worry too much about, heavy back ends that are flying, and you can kind of shape it a little bit smoother and better. All right, thanks for watching. One thing, check out our new jerseys. These ones, as you saw in the back, that's my personal mascot there. That's my doggy at home, Stitch. Jamie, he's making these jerseys for us. Definitely check him out and see and message him. And if you want these designed, I already got a lot of private messages coming in as well. Definitely reach out to us, reach out to Jamie. We'll connect you guys if you need to, and we can get something done. Thanks for watching. Bye.